I didn't look. Is my makeup okay?
I think
You've
it
got a
is.
better angle.
I'm trying. Ugh. You're so
Okay.
short.
I even turned because I'm trying to compensate for your camera while I'm looking over.
Mm.
There. Well, whatever.
We're here. We're alive again.
Okay, this is probably the better angle for. Oh, I can't stand on top of that little ridge. Never mind.
Aw.
I was gonna jump on top of something because I need like footstools and stuff.
Alright. We're live again. And so, what we'll do is we're going to do a take 2 of doing our walkthrough of the Goblet. So we're going to do a 1 through 30 look at the Goblet and go through each plot individually, discuss each one. We'll look at the price. We'll talk about the different zones, the different districts and things like that, because there's a lot going on. So, yep, that's what we're doing. Synopsis. So, introductions. I am Angemaler. I stream on Final Fantasy XIV on the Belmung server, which is part of the Crystal Data Center. And with me for this little walkthrough is Kyros. And and so the two of us are going to take a walkthrough of the Goblet. The reason that we are walking through this district right now is because with the patch that dropped just last Tuesday, it opened 6 new wards for every single residential district. So we have 6 wards times 2 because each ward has a subdivision, times 30 plots per ward, times 5 times 5 residential districts, times what is now 30 total wards. So we have 1,600 new housing plots that are open on every server. Heroes looks like he's about to fall asleep. There he goes.
Me up. I'm here. I'm here. What were you saying?
We're good.
Oh my god. We have a problem.
No, we don't.
Oh, damn it, she just
There she
teleported
goes.
away.
Good. Perfect.
So we can continue on
So we can
schedule, I guess.
continue on. So, just to give you an idea of exactly what's going on here. In Final Fantasy XIV, part of the game has a residential district area, and what this means is buyers can purchase plots that are either for their free company, like their guild, or for themselves. And so, up until Tuesday, there were 24. And with the current patch, it added 25 through 30. And again, each of the new wards has both a sort of like a primary ward and a subdivision. So your primary ward is plots numbered 1 through 30, and then your subdivision is the exact same plots, only numbered 31 through 60. So again, 6 new wards times 60 times 5 districts, residential districts. Now, I have already done a YouTube video, and obviously Twitch video, of the Imperium when it was empty. So we're not going to do an Imperium one again. I'm starting with the Goblet because it's my least favorite. There, I said it. So we'll start with the Goblet. The Goblet does have some nice plots as well, but it's just not my favorite. The thing to keep in mind if you plan to buy a house, okay? Any house, like when you're looking at any of these wards, okay? Any of the ones that have names on them mean that they are either a person owns them, or a free company owns them. If they have a price tag next to them, it means it's currently vacant. So again, it has been years since we've been able to see at least the original 3 residential districts which would be the Goblet, Mist, and Lavender beds, empty. Just because of the way that in the past houses sold. So this is exciting. So other things to keep in mind. Kyros is totally excited. Other things to keep in mind.
Nothing's happening over here. You
I
can't
can see you.
conveniently see me below your chat window. I'm not doing this on purpose.
You are right there.
I am not doing that on purpose.
Absolutely,
anyway,
you are. And some other things to keep in mind. With the start of Endwalker, they changed the way that you could purchase houses, and it became a lottery system. So with a lottery system, every 5 days, you have to basically put your name in on a plot that you want, and then 5 days later, the results period, you go back to the plot and you either claim your reward if your number is randomly picked from those that put in for it, or you get your money back. So at least in terms of a lottery, you at least get your money back, so it's not a gamble. So the only thing lottery about it is the fact that, you know, it's random drawing. So the other thing to keep in mind is that they began splitting up who was allowed to purchase each of the houses with an award by either free company or personal. So any of the ones that you see this kind of dotted triangle next to the plot name, that means that it's for free companies. If you see an I next to it, like in Ward 30, the I means it's for personal purchase. If you see both, like this one, which is half and half, it means that either can bid on those houses. So the way that the current spread is with the 6 new wards, 25 is only for free companies, 30 is only for individuals, and 26, 27, 28, and 29 are for either. So keep that in mind as you decide what ward you want to try to put in for a house. Alright, with that said, we're going to pop into one of these vacant wards. Kyros, do you have a pick? Do you have a choice? I'm leaning towards number 29. How do you feel?
I like the number 7. That's the only reason I care. I don't really have an opinion other than that.
Statistically speaking, you know, if you ask people to pick a number, a lot of people will pick 7. We can pick 7.
Oh, right, because lucky number 7. Well, see, 17 has always been my lucky number. That's why I kind of... And... Okay, well...
27? Okay, 27.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, oh, goodness.
So pick 27. Ah, it's raining! Girls, get your umbrella out.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I have to actually hit the button. There we go. I so rarely pick, like, actual things. Okay, and I have to be fancy.
I have my lacy umbrella. It's my favorite.
I like my little paper one.
Alright, so here we are in the entrance to the Goblet. And again, this is the residential district for Ul'dah, which is in Thanalan. So this is the sort of desert area. When we look at a map of the Goblet, you'll see it's mostly circular shaped. The numbers of the plots essentially kind of go in a counterclockwise manner, kind of around, and then it kind of swirls back here for 30. So 1 starts over here, and we kind of make a little turn all the way around. And again, the subdivision is the same plots, but just tipped clockwise.
What is that magical thing that shows you locations?
Magical thing that shows you location?
On your screen. Is that what those things are?
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I get lost very easily. So I'm trying to capitalize on that.
And we are here at nighttime, so we are going to get a different view than we would have during the day, so you have to remember.
Oh. It's actually kind of a good thing for oh my gosh, whatever this place is.
the land of sunshine, which is why I'm wearing my
Well,
shades. It's raining.
no, I'm trying to think. Oh, goodness. What's the residential district called again?
This one is called the Goblet.
There we go, Goblet, sorry. Kind of like what Anne said earlier, I am not particularly fond of the Goblet, so I don't really pay it much mind. But, gotta admit, Ange, look up and to your left. The lights at night are actually kind of neat. So, and that's probably seasonal too,
Oh
but
yeah, this is the Heaven's Turn seasonal
yeah,
stuff.
the like the lights against the background because okay, obviously I like lavender beds, but all their lights are very low to the ground. Because lavender beds is very terrestrial, very flat. It doesn't have the height difference really. At least it's not noticeable because it seems more spread out than the other residential zones. Especially if you go to the Limsa residential area.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely see the height difference there more readily than lavender beds. And in Goblet, it's more noticeable. So
Yeah, and Goblet does have definitely some elevation changes because you have some plots have much better views than others, and you know, we'll kind of get into that a little bit here. So we're gonna start with number 1, and we're gonna work our way 1 to 30. So I'm
how
over
many
here.
hands is that?
So again, number 1, we're starting right here. So this is off to the west. And this is plot 1. So plot 1 is a small. This is one of the most expensive smalls in the district at 3,750,000 gil. So, yeah, for smalls, this is on the high end. It's the highest end. The smalls range in price usually from 3 million to 3,750,000. So this is one of the most expensive smalls in the district. The reason it's so expensive, I'm not really sure. The market board is right there. It's not right off your doorstep, but it's close enough. You do have the advantage of being number 1, I guess. The other thing you do have is that you get the unobstructed view of the canyon, which is, I guess, not to be sneezed at. And so this is a plot where you're kind of off by yourself. You don't really have any visible neighbors to speak of, and you have a view of the canyon and, you know, the depths of oblivion. And so that's number 1. So it is a small 3,750,000. And oh, that's right, 2 is all the way up. So to get to 2, what's that?
Well, I was going to say some side things about plot 1 as far as the value. You do have Junkmonger and Summoning Bell also directly below it.
Yes.
So that's probably part of it. Junkmongers are extremely useful, I would say, but like they sell bait. This one particularly, all it sells is bait. I thought like because our Junkmonger in the FC sells like some dyes. This one only sells bait. Also, material supplier that sells just very low-level crafting materials. Nothing really noteworthy, but that's probably part of the value. And I never actually knew this, but this little box over here, I actually sat on. It works like a bench.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Apparently,
sort of like
these various little benches, yeah, they're actually sittable surfaces, I guess you'd say. Like you can sit on them.
Yeah, like interactable surfaces.
Yeah, interactable is a better term. So.
I love watching Kyros just run around down there. And I don't know which way is faster to get up to plot 2, but keep coming, keep coming.
Oh, I was actually looking over at the stream screen to try to figure out where you were because I didn't. I see your blue dot now, but I didn't see exactly where it was. Okay, I'm here.
2 is kind of like a couple levels up from number 1. Resident Caretaker and Housing Merchant is right there, and plot 2 is actually right here.
Oh, I thought of something too, by the way. Looking down at plot 1, keep this in mind for any plots, because plot 2 looks like it has this too. Not every plot has these little side yards.
Correct.
I really like these when it comes to various plots. So
Yeah, I think that adds to any plot is when you have sort of like little environmental side features that aren't necessarily part of your plot, but that are part of your scenery. Um, in this case, this is plot 2. This is a small, it's 3,187,000. It's on the cheaper end. And I think like while it does have like little things, it's got very little else going for it. Number one, right outside your door is I think this is a medium plot that's right next to us. So you're literally looking at the back of another house. If you're looking right off. From the back is you're looking at the rooftop of another house. This is a medium down here. And so the best view you're going to have is kind of off the corner here, looking off into the cliffside. And I guess, you know, one of the features of the Goblet, of course, is the giant windmill and sort of waterfall. But that's like the feature of the Goblet. But I mean, you're gonna have your view completely obstructed by this house right here. So plot 2. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say I wouldn't say that's the feature because
No,
well,
I think
unless
Brimming Heart
our
is.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say unless our definition is a little different, but we'll get into that later, I'm sure, as we get closer to it. Because one of the things that, speaking of features, okay, if you look, like you were saying, towards that corner, the Goblet is completely surrounded by, well, okay, not completely, but on two sides surrounded by rock face.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, rock.
Right. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nice environmental view, right? Of sort of like a gorge, you know? Sort of like a Grand Canyon kind of view.
Yep.
But, yeah. This is why the Goblet is my least favorite of all the zones. I can't even help it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're into geology, it might be a plus. There are people who like rocks. Like, it's not saying that disparagingly either. Like, I've known people who,
I love
oh
mountains, but
god,
this is just boring.
yeah.
Now this is plot 3. Plot 3 is another medium. This is 3,375,000, and I'm honestly not sure why the price hike. It's right next to plot 2. It's tucked up against a wall, so you don't really have much of a view. You've got a neighbor right here. Base Champ says, for people who want to live in Utah without all the jazz. Ain't that the truth? You know, I don't understand why it's that much more expensive. It has even less of a view, I think, than plot 2.
Again, summoning bell just directly to the right.
Yes. Market board summoning
This
bell.
there's a pavilion. This is actually like an established pavilion here, so I guess
Yes.
that, you know.
Kind of has like a markety kind of feel, the cobblestone streets, and then the sort of raised beds of succulents and stuff, which it's nice, but
And again, yay, interactable benches.
yay.
Does lavender beds? I don't even think lavender beds has environmental benches at all.
I
Because
think
you
they do.
know, they do.
I
Okay.
think they do, but come on,
Oh, it
Kirill,
stopped
we gotta
raining.
run, because we gotta come all the way back down the stairs to get to number 4.
Okay. Ah, okay. You mean run. Okay.
Run, here we go!
I can cheat.
Oh, Ninja, I don't have on a button that I can reach.
Is this 4?
This should be 4. So
Yes.
this is, oh, there's Gauche. We are on plot 4, and so this is a medium. This is our first medium. So this is 19 million gil. So this is on the high end, or higher end for medium prices. Generally speaking, a medium goes between 16 mil to about 22 mil. That's generally the range for a medium.
Unfortunately, no, I do not come standard as a gargoyle for your front door on these.
Aw, really?
You can't see it. Like, okay, well, I'm just
I
standing up.
was really hopeful. So
You
Gauche
know,
and Kyros are gonna be gargoyles for your plot. So this is one of the 6 mediums available. I think it's important to note that when you look at a map here, when you're looking at a ward of 30 plots, the general sort of distribution of plots is that there are 3 larges, 6 mediums, and the rest are smalls. I think that's it. 5 or 6 mediums, and the rest are smalls. So your exclusivity in being in a medium or large, yeah, it shows. So being able to be in a large, again, there's only 3 in every ward. The rest are mediums and smalls. Mediums, like I said, there's 5 or 6 mediums. I can sit here and count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's our number. But anyway, so this is plot number 4. It is our first medium. The view, again, similar to plot 1. Nice cliffside. That's what you get. While we're here, I will show off what a placard looks like. So if you do decide to make a purchase, you right-click on the placard. It'll give you the price tag up at the top. It will give you the address, plot 4, 27th Ward, the Goblet, the plot size, medium, and then it will tell you the details of who's allowed to put in to bid on the plot. So in this case, this is available to free companies, this is available to private buyers. Again, like I said, this is available to both. Selling via lottery, which means that the lottery for this is currently open. Current participants, 1. Accepted entries until 9:59 a.m. on the 20th. And so if someone is a guaranteed winner at the moment.
Already someone has put in on this plot.
Mm-hmm.
So rush to the Goblet now, because I don't want you as competition for my particular plot.
And so if I did want to put in on this, I can just hit enter lottery. As long as you've got the funds to pay for it, those will be deducted from what's in your pockets. And again, if you win it, you've just paid for it. If you lose, you have to come back to the placard to claim your money back. So either way, make sure you come back to the placard after the lottery period has ended. So yeah, this is your odds of winning this plot right now. And again, the actual placards opened this morning at 11 a.m. So it's been 10 hours. That's plot 4. Alright, now we're gonna go to plot 5. Hit that sprint again, because we're actually coming up around the entire side of what is plot 5. So we've already kind of spoken about it a little bit here, but plot 5 has sort of this market board summoning bell and this nice little walkway as their area. They also have sort of a personal entrance. You know, they've got a separate staircase. They've got their own little, I guess, little courtyard here, I'll call it. That's just kind of for them. And this is plot 5. This is our first large. This is 42,500,000 gil. It currently has 0 participants in it. So this one has 0 buyers on it right now. If you got 42 mil on you, it could be yours. This is one of the 3 larges. This is one of the cheaper of the 3 larges. So, yeah. Again, backyard or out your back door, you've got the rocks, the view of the canyon and stuff like that. You are pretty high up here. You've got, you know, the windmill off in the distance. But for the most part, you know, we are almost as far west as you can be in the Goblet district. So it's high up I'm meh about this plot. I don't, for a large, it's, again, all of Goblet, I'm meh. I can't help it. But so for
This
what's it?
side yard just overhangs like the medium plot below. There is the tunnel access below, which I don't
Yes.
even know where these tunnels go.
They go into
So,
the Brimming Heart. I've gone through them before. It's actually kind of creepy because, you know, we're in the middle of a video game and I still feel like if I go through those tunnels I'm gonna get mugged. It's just we'll go through the tunnels at some point because they do connect one side to the other rather quickly.
Do you need a bodyguard to go through those tunnels?
Hi, Vatica.
Oh, hi.
We're on, where are we? We are Plot 5, Ward 27. We're doing a walkthrough of the Goblet. So that was Plot 5, and again, that is our first large that we are featuring, and it was 42,500,000 gil. And so now we're going to have to go down a couple levels to get to Plot 6, because it's actually one of the lower plots. I think I just saw a shooting star. Kyros, make a wish.
okay,
Too slow.
good. No,
Yeah,
I got it. By the way, I totally missed an opportunity to make a 1-2-5 joke, but like it just now popped into my head, and yeah. Well,
A 1-2-5 joke?
Monty Python.
Oh.
When we
The holy hand grenade against
yes.
the unholy bun.
Oh, fudge. I went down one too far, I think. I think I gotta go up one.
I was
Shouldn't have
speaking about
counted to 5.
I was speaking about navigational issues. It's okay. Potato just wants to rest for a moment. We're gonna
He
give
needs to
Potato
go
a
find
hug.
He needs to find another portal to eat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is Plot 6. This is our second medium that we're featuring. This is 17 million gil. There is one current buyer on this plot. So just to kind of give you an idea of, you know, who's bidding on what. And so, you know, it's got a nice little sort of backyard of some brush and things like that. It kind of overlooks a little bit of what is the real feature of the Goblet, which is the Brimming Heart, which I cannot wait to get to. You have a
Through
view.
the tunnels.
The Brimming Heart is the saving grace of the Goblet, but it is not enough for me, unfortunately. It's nice,
I agree.
but yes, we will get to it later.
You've got the windmill. It's not bad as far as view. You do have another plot, but it's much further down, so it's not really going to obstruct your view here. Although you do have pillars that are in your way. And not to mention the fact that your plot, it faces brick. It faces the stairs and brick. So it's
Not to mention you can look up and see more rock.
it's just an awkward place.
And
But who might have
But
judged, right?
to its advantage, look, you do get this is a rather large side yard.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost equivalent to what the FC has. Not quite, but like as far as you almost get an entire extra yard out here. Because
Yeah.
if you include the cobblestone, this is a lot of extra space that is very like exclusive.
Yes, and it's very secluded.
So-
There's no neighbors around you to share this with. You'll notice how challenging it was just to get to this freaking plot. Went up and down and sideways just to find it. It also means it's inconvenient. It's not in a very good spot as far as, you know, market board summoning bell up this, you know, up the stairs and around the corner.
Yay! Pond. Okay.
Oh yeah, the little lily pond. So one of, you know, this is again features that are available in the region, right? So we've got a little lily pond here right next to what is Plot 7. Plot 7 is a small and it is 3,187,000. So again, on the low end, if you look out, you do have a little bit of a view of the Brimming Heart, a little obstructed with some of the buildings and things like that. We have Vatica here. And so this one actually looks out straight onto that pavilion that we've walked through several times for some of the other plots. Market Board, Summoning Bell are right there, which is really nice.
Ethernet.
Yep, and Aethernet shard. No yawning!
I'm sorry.
Gosh!
I've been up for a long time.
Stop it!
I had a convention this morning. I had to be there early.
Alright, so that's plot 7. You have a little bit of a view. It's not that expensive. You've got a cute little lily pond, quick access to
Even
Market
though
Board
it's
and
a
Summoning Bell.
small,
It's not
just this lily pond makes this like equivalent to a medium in my eyes. Like I would, this is something that I really go for and appreciate these side like things that you get. That's part of the reason why I like my particular small in lavender bed so much, is like there's two mediums that I like that are my ideal, but my small has a very good location because of the extras around it. So
And look, we got the sun coming up here. Got the lens
plus
flare.
I'm not
Mind you, we're in the desert, so it's very hot when the sun comes up, which
Yeah.
makes this area terrible.
So we're on plot 8. Plot 8. It is a medium, and it is 18 million. So this is a little bit more high end than the other two, or no, excuse me, the first medium we saw was 19 million. So this is a little bit less. Market Board, Summoning Bell are right there. You also have several neighbors that are just like literally up, down, left, right, center. You got neighbors all around you. So you do have this little side yard of succulents at least, so you've got one corner that is yours, I guess.
You gotta be careful with neighbors on Balmung. Some of the parties can be messy.
well,
Well,
you'll
and this is
never run out of cups of sugar.
I think the important thing to remember about Goblet is it is known for its entertainment.
That's fair.
The other thing to keep in mind is the Goblet is also known as the residential district for people that want to get in on the basement floor. If you want to get into housing and you're not currently in housing, you start in the Goblet. Almost everyone I know that has started in housing started in Goblet. As
I'm
you'll
trying
notice,
to start on the top floor.
as you notice, this is a medium plot. It has no buyers on it right now. Free company or private. None. You'll notice something also. That giant windmill casts a shadow. Depending on the sun.
Yes, it does. It's actually pretty cool.
Some of them, it's even worse than others. So, just depends on where you're at. So keep that in mind too. But that is plot 8. It is a medium. It is $18 million. It has nothing to speak of, in my opinion, other than Market Board and Summoning Bell. So you have convenience. That's all you have.
It doesn't even have a proper lily pond. It just kind of looks like it's got weeds in it instead of a nice decorated one over here.
I kind of like this spot, but then again, I like weird stuff, and that has been proven multiple times.
It is important to note
I-
you can climb the cactus.
Just
I like this side yard here, and I like, even though it's not the other lily pond is better, even though it's smaller. It still has a lily pond that I could go wade in for, because keep in mind, for me, this lily pond comes up to my waist. Yes, Lalafell's halfway.
Here's the windmill shadow
Yes.
going across these plots right here.
Yeah.
It's strong.
Yes.
Plus, with this plot, like, I might be, if I don't have roof access from the ground level, I could jump from this hill onto my roof, because it's gonna sound weird. Having roof access like I do in my current house is actually something I very much enjoy.
Oh yeah,
I
I mean,
do have to jump from the area above, but still.
it's fun to make jumping puzzles out of your house, I guess. So, and again, this is all like, I like having people to talk to when I do these walkthroughs, because my personal preferences are definitely different than others. Like, I looked at that plot and I saw way too many people around me. That's all I saw.
I don't care about the people around me. I want my area to have an awesome view of the landscape outside of the housing area. That is my thing.
I have no cares about any view whatsoever. Like I said earlier, I like these little side yard things. The things outside of the yard itself, that is my biggest draw to any housing. So we all actually have little eccentricities that are different. It's cool. It's nice.
I just consider it a massive bonus if the plot I am in also has direct access to the roof of a friend's plot.
So, and this is something worth talking about too.
Excuse me.
Price point. This is the bottom of the barrel of pricing for a small. This is 3 million gil. So this is as cheap as they come. Plot 9. So plot 9, again, 3 million gil. You do have, at least, you know, looking straight off of your yard, you have a view of, you know, your Grand Canyon view. You do have neighbors on both sides that have are going to have houses that are going to tower over yours. And you have no view to speak of looking out towards the rest of the district.
I found a gauche.
That's it.
Unfortunately, there is that nice courtyard across the way, but we don't have access to that in game. And whether or not we ever get access to it is probably doubtful.
Yeah.
But you can see a nice pavilion straight from the entrance, and I guess semi-noteworthy is it is rather close to that summoning bell mark. Because even though it's the opposite side, it's behind. It's close to summoning bell, Aethernet, market board, but
there's the gauche.
It's still just bleh.
Yeah, it is, and it's the reason it's 3 mil. It's bleh.
It's very descriptive of me.
It is. Sometimes it's all you can say about a plot sometimes. And that's probably the same that I'm going to be able to say for plot 10, which is also 3 million gil. It is another small. Yep. Actually, I think this one's at least better than 9 because it's a little bit higher up. You still have the same view.
You have access probably to the roof of the large or the medium right below you.
Yeah.
Yes, this should be the large. So actually that is probably going to completely obscure anything you had hopes of seeing.
Unless you look out your back window, in which case you see a cliff face.
Yep, cliff.
Me and Ghosh are gonna start a great war right now. Cat versus dog.
Uh-oh.
I firmly believe that entire war was started on a miscommunication. Cats view staring as aggressive, mean. Dogs view staring as, ooh, I want to play.
Which brings us to plot 11, which is another medium. This is 16 million. It has no bidders on it yet.
This has a slightly better view out of the side, but the side yard here is minuscule and you can't really put anything into it.
What's interesting is plot 11 sticks out. This one is, you know, one it's all by itself, and it's as far to the southwest as you can get. So all the way on the outskirts of the Goblet, you are kind of jutted out here on this little peninsula all by yourself.
I would view that as a slight bonus, but it's still got the kind of view opposite of where I would personally want the view to be.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have a nice view of, again, that central windmill, which this is the apartment complex also, I should note.
Well, you have central windmill. You have actually a much better view of the chasm behind with the, like the river, the like mountain view over on this side, which is probably nice at specific times of day, but the obscuring apartment complex is somewhat annoying.
Yep.
I almost think the biggest advantage to this is if you like seclusion, this is probably about as secluded as it gets.
Oh yeah.
There might be other plots like this, but like I'd have to.
For Goblet, this is probably one of the most secluded spots. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that is the last place I would want to go with the Goblet, because you'd never clean yourself off afterwards.
No.
See, yeah, because like there is a plot on the plot 30, the complete end of the spectrum, even that has a neighbor, and it's the only other one that's secluded, sort of like this, but there is a second house that is like jutted off the side there. So this is the most secluded plot if you're the type of person that just, you know, likes to be away from the world.
Away from it all.
Now
what's interesting here,
guys.
What's interesting here, this is plot 12. It's another medium. It is also 16 million. I would not pay 16 million for this plot. That's a large right behind it. Next. I mean, so the one good thing about 12, at least, is you have kind of an upper view of those pretty succulents and that lily pond that Kiros is so fond of. But again, 16 million. It's on the cheaper side for a medium.
I mean, yay, you can invite all your friends over and like have a little party over here with the benches, yay. And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's very little else. Now,
These rear ones are definitely kind of boring.
Oh, wait, what is this? Never mind. Well, we can get to this later. I never noticed this little side path.
Yep,
there's
it
a
goes
cave
all
down
the way
there.
down.
There's a tunnel. We can
Wait,
actually...
Does this go to the tunnel?
Yeah,
Okay.
it should go through the
And
tunnel.
he's gone.
It's not the tunnel. Wait, or is the tunnel? It wraps all the way. Oh my God, I'm lost. Mom. Oh my God, where am I?
So that brings us to plot 13. We'll pick up heroes later. It's okay. So this brings us to plot 13. Plot 13 is one of our other larges, and this one, I have to agree with what Vedika mentioned earlier, is might not be a bad large.
If you come over here and look at this view,
Mhm.
this is what I want from a view
Look
in
at
a housing area.
this.
It goes right down onto the heart.
Wow. You know, I don't understand this. All right, so let's talk about this. This large is 42,500,000. This is the same price as the first large we looked at. Look at this.
I think it's because it doesn't have immediate access to market board, but
I
there's a
don't give
market
a
board
crap.
right up toward the
Towards the apartments.
windmill there. Yeah.
Look
So
at
it's not
this
far.
view. You've got the waterfall right on your side.
You
You've
left
got-
me all alone, Mom.
Oh, you're fine.
You've got
Look at
a
this.
perfect view of the heart. You've got a great view of the mountains. My goodness.
You cannot jump off. Okay, I had to try.
Yeah, I already tried. I know.
Okay.
You
Now-
could probably jump off over here and hop down onto the roof
Yeah.
down
Here's
there.
what's important to remember. There, like looking down, you have an unobstructed view. You're so high up right here that rooftop down there is not going to do
Yeah,
anything.
it's only a small down there, so it wouldn't come anywhere near blocking your
Yeah.
scope.
This is a fantastic large. So this is the kind of plot that I would have paid a much higher price tag for. But this is one of the two cheaper larges.
This is one that I would see as being a perfect FC house.
Look at this view. So yeah, if you like the high up view, you can kind of see it all. Oh my gosh. The only issue with this plot, honestly, is the fact that this medium is right here at your back. Or well, I guess at your front, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how many people are bidding on
See,
this
that-
one. There's one.
That's another thing.
There is one person
Look.
bidding on this right now.
And the market
Your-
board is right here. Like,
Your
wow.
front door faces the rear of that
Yes.
house. It'd be nicer if like this plot above it was facing face so that you'd be facing the side, you know? So if
That's
this
the
was
only-
the entrance here
Yeah.
instead of, but either way, you can't change the way that it faces,
Right.
but
And honestly, that's the only downside that I see to this house.
Yeah. This
I love
this
it.
is probably the one that I would
I'm
have
making a
put
note of
money
this
on
one.
here.
So I'm making a note of this plot here. This this is plot.
I love you, Ange, but there's an S rank, and I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Okay, bye.
Have fun, Kuros. I will stay with Ange and keep her company.
I will be right back. I'm sorry.
Lies.
Alright, let's get Vatica and party here. Alright, so that was plot 13. A very nice looking large. There's only one person bidding on this, and again, I'm in Balmung, which is an incredibly congested.
Okay,
Alright,
yeah.
so
I'm
let's
sorry.
see here. 14. Oh boy, I believe 14 is the start of our Goblet excursion. But Vatica, hold please. We're going to actually take the creepy stairs, or take the creepy tunnel so that we can see what that tunnel looks like. Actually, let me do a couple of things. Number one, the apartments. So the apartment structure is over here called the Sultana's Breath. Let's give this just a quick look-see so that you all know about the apartments. Now, as far as I know,
This chocobo over here is terrifying.
as far as I know, the apartments are already open. These are first come, first serve. So as far as I know, you should be able to purchase an apartment.
Right. It should be possible to go to people's apartments if they have them, is it not?
Yep, oh, I'm in here so I can't see. I don't think it's full. There'll be a check mark on the map next to it if it's full already. So it
There's at least 5 empty slots in 1 to 15 over here.
Okay, so yeah, it's open for new apartment owners. So if you want an apartment and apartments are sort of like smaller, you know, single floor structures. You have no outdoor space.
They're a little bit closer to an FC room.
Yes, they're actually the same dimensions, I think.
Are they? I haven't actually been into one yet, so.
Yeah, it is literally identical to an FC room.
Yes. Alright, so
So
now
if you're in an FC, an apartment might not be as useful.
we'll head down this tunnel.
I mean, it gives you two things. Like, for example, my apartment is kind of like a meet and greet kind of area with a bunch of, basically it's almost like a cafe, but like I've got a bunch of tables. It's almost like a board game store or something where you like you know, as far as its feel. Whereas my FC room is designed like literally, the guy from Gremlins, like the Chinese guy who's got the pawn shop. I literally designed my FC room to be like that. So if you like want different looks, that's it. You have 2 rooms.
Yeah, it's fair to say that it gives you more options to say, look, I can create.
So this
And
These
also
stairs keep going down. How far down does this go?
I
Oh my
just wanted to
god.
point out this is called Raoban's Salute. So this is a nice little outlook area next to the Sultana's Breath. And then we're gonna keep going around here because this is just fun to do. But yeah, this should take us all the way around and into...
And it can keep going down and going down and going down. And down into the potentially dangerous tunnel system and archway system down here with no guards anywhere.
Look, this is the perfect little area where you get mugged. Fine. No, this is actually wide open compared to the tunnel.
Oh, I know. But there's literally just no one. It's always, I've
This is
been
all
through here once or twice and it's always empty. No
Yeah.
one ever does anything down here.
This is all promenade. And so right now we are on sort of like the south end of the Goblet, making our way back up towards the east, just to have an idea of where we are. And so
That's a plot I was walking up into.
Just to let you know, a second S rank spawned while we were killing the first one.
Good.
So I'm trying to
Have fun, Kuros. Ooh, this plot. This is the small I would buy right here.
So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go back to the Goblet Exchange to show you where that tunnel leads. Because if I'm not mistaken, that tunnel should pop us out where we want to be. And it's good to know sort of your way around the district too, and just kind of see what it has to offer outside of just what you have at your plot.
Yeah, this one has a little bit more twisty windiness than some of the other areas.
So again, this is the tunnel that's in between plot 4 and 5.
Don't worry, Ange. I got your back.
You got me?
If you get mugged, I can run away with a
Seriously.
rabbit to keep it safe.
There would be somebody right there to mug me. Not that I have any money on me, as I hide
No.
my total amount down there in the corner.
It's all already on a plot to be bid on, isn't it?
Not yet.
Oh, you haven't gone to bid on it? Or
I
is that the end of this
It might be.
expose?
It might be. I haven't decided yet. So that tunnel leads us out here. So we kind of come out to this little lily pond here and walkway out into what is known as the Brimming Heart, which is the feature and features the most desirable plots of the Goblet. It is Gorgeous.
Yeah, and if you look way up there, that's the large that we were talking about that Ange actually made a note of.
Yes. So this is sort of the very sort of deep center of the Goblet.
And where people do their swimming RP.
Mhm.
It is over here is absolutely gorgeous. It's a hot tub water fountain kind of thing.
I love the
Very
Brimming
pretty.
Heart. It is gorgeous down here, and it has a very resort feel. You know, it's these, you know,
Right?
crystal clear
They-
waters.
Like they actually put the blue tile just like at a resort pool.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's beautiful down here, and so every
Be careful
plot,
not to get stuck in the deep end down there.
yeah, every plot that's in the Brimming Heart is going to be exclusive.
Is the deep end.
And so we will start with our first plot that's in the Brimming Heart, and that is number 14. So again, 13 was our first taste of the Brimming Heart, that high up view, and 14 is right... Oh, I went the wrong way because I can't direction. Over here.
I don't know the plot number, so I'm just following you.
I have a map up, but sometimes I get disoriented, you know, with a map versus what direction I'm standing.
How did you survive before Google Maps?
I didn't. It's fine. Alright, so this is plot 14. It is a small, and this is one of the highest priced plots. This is a 3,750,000 gil plot. Let's see how many people have bid on it. One person!
Which is impressive because this is actually, if I was going for a spot that didn't have a landscape view, then this is the spot.
Look
right
at this.
here.
So
Gorgeous.
you get the view of the waterfall right off of your side. This isn't the plot I would pick if I was in the Goblet, but I mean, honestly, anything in the Brimming Heart is worth a look. So you get kind of your own little moat down here. And you get a little bit of a higher up view of sort of like the merchants and stuff in that central area of the pool.
It's how you look down on people without spending a lot of money.
Yes. So 3
Or you
million,
just have Lalas for friends.
3,750,000 gil for plot 14. Fantastic. So you'll notice we've got the lily ponds on the side, and then we're going to come right up over here onto this stairway for plot
This weird,
15.
terrifying looking palm tree thing.
So plot 15 is another high-priced small. This is another 3,750,000 gil plot. This one I
And
would not
the
pay as
reason
much
for-
for.
Well, the reason for that is you can look straight down on the bathers.
Yeah, I guess so, but I mean, I don't like that this plot is pushed back a little bit more from the actual, like, the swimming pool area. Oh
I mean,
goodness,
that
there's
is
Ghosh.
fair. Yep, Ghosh. Him and his terrifying green thing. Get off of that, you're gonna prick yourself.
But it does have a high up view of the Brimming Heart, I guess.
There's actually 2 more S ranks that have been somehow they formulated an S rank train, so I've got 2 more to go.
Have
Anyway.
fun.
So it's still a nice view. I mean, obviously it's Brimming Heart. It is a high-priced small again. So this is plot. Yeah, base champ. Yes, plot 14, 1 bidder on it, and plot 15, 1 bidder. So base champ, if I were you, I would wait until almost the bitter end. So again, the lottery period is open from now until January 20th at I think it's 9:59 a.m. Eastern time, and I will double check that. 9:59 a.m. Eastern on the 20th is your last chance. I would wait, see which one has the lowest amount of bids. And again, I'm meh about the Goblet, but if I was going to be in the Goblet, it would have to be somewhere in the Brimming Heart. It's the only place. So now we're going to... Oh, no, we're not gonna go up. We gotta go back down.
Gonna go around and across.
Yes, 14 is, or excuse me, 16 is across. I have to look at my map real quick. It should be
I
off
want
to
to
the
say
left.
it's the one over here up the stairs, right?
Yes. So plot 16, again, is another plot that's in the Brimming Heart.
This one's 17.
No, it should be up. It's up to the left.
Yes. And this one has that good unobstructed view.
And this one also has a little bit of the greenery that Kyros is so fond of. So it's
And
got,
this one you can actually hop right off the wall and go to the pool. But there is no easy market board access.
No. Plot 16 is meh. Plot 16 is a 300... let's try that again. 3,562,500 gil. So this isn't absolute highest tier price, but it's close. So this one's a little bit lower priced than our other two premium plots in Brimming Heart, but it's not terrible. It's not the plot I would pick. This one, let's see how many bidders we have. None. 0. 0 bidders right now.
There you go, Ghosh. Bid on that one. Buy your new house.
0 bidders. So again, it is Brimming Heart technically. It has the view of Brimming Heart, but it's removed from the Brimming Heart itself enough that I wouldn't take it. But again, I'm a bit of a housing snob because I already have my house. I already have it.
I'm a bit of a housing desperate because I've been trying to get a house for a year.
I started in housing probably at least 4 years ago.
Well, I can't say a full year. But
Hey, there's Drax
When did it-
Stubbins.
when did it start? In April of last year?
What, housing?
I got
Well,
mine.
the lottery thing.
The lottery started when Endwalker dropped. When Endwalker opened its Imperium plots, that's when it started. So whenever Imperium opened, which I don't think was at 6.0, it would have been
Yeah, no,
maybe
it was
6.1
it
or
was like
something.
April or end of April or beginning of May.
That's when lottery started.
Yes.
So this is plot 17. It is another premium plot in the Brimming Heart. This is 3,750,000. And so this is one of the premium plots. You've got a direct line, sort of like a balcony view of, you know, sort of, I guess, the better view, right? So you see more of the pool. You get sort of like that, you know, bird's eye view of the lion.
You have a nice clear view from your plot over here.
It's very nice. This is actually Raken's plot. So Raken has plot 17 in another ward. So this is the plot that Raken currently owns. So Raken is a Brimming Heart resident. Beautiful view. 17 is very nice. And I didn't look. I didn't even register how many people we have bid. 1. Currently 1 bidder on 17. One of the most premium plots in the Brimming Heart has 1 bidder on it right now, and it's been open for 10 hours. What's that, Kyros?
You answered. I was curious as to how long the bidding's been open for.
It's been open since 10 a.m., 11 a.m.,
Okay.
something like that. So it's been
10 a.m.
a long time. It's been 11 hours. Which brings us to plot 18. Plot 18 is another small, and it is another premium priced small at 3,750,000 gil. Now, again, note the windmill shadow. Based on time of day, that windmill shadow is a little bleh. But you get a ground level view of the Brimming Heart, which I don't know if it's as good as 17 or not.
I personally don't think the view is as good.
I think 17 was better.
Yep.
But again, it is walk out of your house and jump into the pool.
The market board is all the way over on the other side of the
yeah, I mean that's true for everybody up that's on this side of the Brimming Heart. There's
up at the one Raken has, it's right up above her, just up the stairs.
So that's plot 18, another premium plot at 3,750,000 gil. Alright, and now we are coming to plot 19. So plot 19 is the premium medium in the district. So this is a 20 million gil medium. There are 6 bidders on this one so far. That's how you can tell premium.
That's how you can tell it actually has some level of coolness.
Yep, and so here's the reason this one probably has so many bidders. Number one, it's a medium. Mediums are scarce in comparison to smalls. But this is also the medium in the Brimming Heart. So if you want Brimming Heart, this is your medium. That's it. It's
Mediums are also at that price point that makes them more interesting to smaller FCs to purchase, because larges can be very expensive and decorating them is a chore. But mediums seem to be that sweet point for, price, decoration amount, and just general size.
This medium is also rather nice. It's got this little decorated park area right next to it. Again, you've got a really nice view. It's a very
you can even
nice
sit on the little
medium.
things. Yep. But yes.
Very nice medium. So that was plot 19 at 20 million gil. And that comes to, I believe, our last
20.
in the Brimming Heart. This is plot 20. This is another 3,750,000 gil plot. It has 1 bidder on it. This one is actually, if I was taking a small in the Goblet, this is the one I would pick.
I would personally not, because the landscape view is essentially non-existent here.
I love that the waterfall is right there. I love it. I love the waterfall.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for your succulents, but like I'd feel damp all the time. I'd hate that.
Well, you're a cat. But I love the waterfall. I love the little courtyard here. I love that, the water is right there, the splashing right off the balcony there, and you're at eye level with the water. If I were to choose a small plot in Goblet, this would be my plot. This one. A close second for number 17. Close second. So one thing I'll point out here, there are a lot of premium priced smalls in the Goblet. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 smalls that are at the peak price point. In Imperium, there's only 1. There's only 1 that's priced at 3,750,000 in Imperium. Just to give an idea. So if I was choosing a medium, it might very well be plot 19 right here. And I believe that may also be the plot that Raken bid on, although I have to... I'm pretty sure this is the one that Raken bid on.
This is 19 right here.
19, correct.
Yep, okay.
And again, that medium has 6 bids on it. in comparison to everything else that we have seen in this district thus far, everything else has had 1 or no bids on it. This one has 6. So that gives you an idea of, you know, the plots that people adore. Alright, so that was plot 20. Now we're going to head back up the hill here, back out to the rim of the Goblet.
Mom, do you have my floaties?
I left your pool floaties at home. You're not going in without your
Oh.
vest. Come on.
Oh, I need my floaties. I wanted to go swimming.
I'm sorry. You left your floaties at home. So now, for plot 21, we're coming all the way back out here.
I am completely lost at this point as far as plot numbers. There are what, 30 plots in?
There are 30 in every ward, yes. Nope, this takes you all the way up. Sorry, folks. Sometimes it's hard to tell
plot
whether the
were you
ramps are...
looking for?
We're going to 21.
I feel like we may have been invaded by someone.
I don't know.
Oh, and there's a Kel here, too.
I've
Yo,
been playing.
hi.
I've been playing a specific game. Don't talk about invasions, or else I might cry.
Goodness, it's all the way over there. Ay, caramba. Alright, market board and summoning bell.
I just hopped over to say goodnight because I'm going to bed.
Have a
Hi,
wonderful
Cal.
evening.
Night, night,
Night,
friend.
night, Cal.
Now this is actually really cool. Alright, so
This
we've...
might be my least favorite because it's so out of the way of everything here.
fudge muffins.
You
We didn't
little
have to go up at
vegetable.
all. It was right over here. I thought it was up on the ridge. So here's the edge of the Brimming Heart right here. And mist is starting to settle in here with dusk. It's so pretty. So yeah, so this is on the northeast
Do you have Gosha's
side.
floaties?
And
Gosha's
then
gonna get hurt.
all you have to do, because I'm being silly, is walk right outside this archway here.
Give me all you kill.
And you have this pretty little balcony here. And this is plot 21. So plot 21 is a small, and it is 3,187,500 gil. There are 0 bids on this one.
I personally do not like this one. It's kind of close to things, but looking like your house itself obscures your view of most everything.
Yeah, so here's what we got going on. So your summoning bell and market board are right there. You're pretty much tucked up against a wall. You're, you know, you do have, you know, this isn't terrible though. See, for me, I hate neighbors. There's nobody else here.
Yeah, this is very secluded. Not as secluded as the other place, but
Yeah.
very like. Yep.
There's nothing else here.
This might actually be the most secluded because there's like your nearest neighbors are well
Yeah.
up above you.
And you're like a short walk away from the Brimming Heart itself. So even if you can't quite, you know, afford the exclusivity of the Brimming Heart, this is not bad, honestly.
It's just I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like the views, and this one doesn't have a good one, honestly.
This one has a great view. Look, you've got
not from the plot itself. Like,
So what's
have
really nice here?
very narrow.
What's really nice here, like let's come down here around this corner. This is another thing about the housing district, right? Is like it's not just about what's in your plot. So you come down here, you've got this little gazebo here with your housing enthusiast, a waterfall coming out from the Brimming Heart, this little balconied area. There's nobody else here. This is essentially yours. If you are taking plot 21, which again is a steal for what you're getting in my opinion. I'm
This
writing
is a
this.
shocking waste of water considering we're in a desert.
I'm writing this one
Mom,
down. As far as value, plot 21's got it.
Someone threw a bucket of water on me, Mom. I did not go swimming. I was not in the water.
Sure.
He's a ninja. He became the water.
We will talk about this later. So yeah, I mean, for value, 3,187,000 for all this. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad at all. There's no bidders on it.
Wait a minute. Also, not to mention, okay, the corner of this fountain does not count as an interactable seating surface. So, did you mention this private fountain down here?
I didn't, but I mean, it's like this, all this little stuff, you know? I like this plot.
Is this not a market board? There's like a market board here, but it's
Yeah,
not
it's
an
right there.
interactive market board.
No, there's
right here.
Oh, there's an actual one here, but down here it's just
yeah,
like
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like it's an environmental feature. So
It's more
I mean,
like a
it's
post, like a quest board than a market board.
yeah.
I really like this plot. For
I
not being in the
disagree,
Brimming
but
Heart.
that's the flavor. But that's the
know.
flavor thing.
All right, so now this should be 22. Nope, that's 23.
Okay, where's 22?
It's
Is
below
it
it.
upstairs?
It's the one below. It's got to be.
See, right here. This is
Nope,
my.
that's 24.
Did we get
There
lost?
is. Hold on. You say 22?
22.
It's directly behind us. You're going the right way. It's right there.
Wait,
No. Not quite, Ange. Hang her right here. Oh, it's above us.
I was gonna say that's a tunnel.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
above
above.
us.
Scary tunnel. Scary tunnel. Oh no.
It's got to be this one. No, we're
it's
back at
this above
23.
us. Yeah,
We're all
this
lost.
one right here. No.
Ah.
For once, I found it. They're numbered on the map. Keep that.
Well, they are numbered on the map, but sometimes it's so deceiving because you don't know what level you're on. Okay, there we go. We found it. Now we're at plot 22. Plot 22
That
is
is a
small.
view right there. All of these ones have good views, I think, or most of them.
So this one is only 3 million. Plot 22 is a 3 million gil plot. So this is the very cheapest of plots. Yeah, I mean you know how back during castle fortification days, people would just build lean-tos to the outside of the castle. That's what I feel like right here. But
Yeah, the one below us there is probably going to be the one I would pick, but
yeah,
or maybe the one over there.
I mean,
but we'll get to them.
yeah, you pretty much have a view of your neighbors, and I mean you do still have the view of the canyon and things like that. It's just not quite as good as I think 21 was.
Well, this one will have houses between you and the view.
Oh yeah.
As we go down, we'll get a better and better view of the place. Like this one has an excellent view with very, very little obstruction.
Yes, this one has a higher up view too. So whereas the other one was low and you were seeing kind of below the bridge there, and you kind of had a side view of the waterfall, this has a much higher view.
And you can hop right off your ledge here on top of the market board.
And this is plot 23, which is a 3,375,000 gil house.
So it's a mid-price.
It is a mid-priced small. Yes. Well, lower mid-priced small. But yeah. So it's not the most expensive, and neither is it the cheapest either. Let's see here. Plot 24. We just passed. It's down.
This one has perfect access to a market board and summoning bell.
Yeah, like literally right outside your door.
It's got the nice little walkway and aetherite right down below it, but it doesn't have the environmental accoutrements that some of the other locations have.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a side yard there. You're tucked up against the wall. This one, again, it's plot 20. Where are we? 24?
24.
Plot 24 is 3,187,500. So this is on the lower end.
Yeah, being tucked up on the wall there really hurts it. But the fact that it's kind of for me, pushed away from the edge here, so you have to come out to kind of get your proper view.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have the summoning bell and market board literally right outside your gate.
Yeah.
That is a bonus for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I know, you know, we've all talked about how we kind of rank and scale what we value in a house. It's for some, market board and summoning bell.
Yep, that's a thing for people.
A lot of people, that's like the only thing. Like they're just like, all I want's my own house, market board. That's it. Well, summoning bell, of course, as well. But yeah,
They go with the market board usually. So
Yeah. So this is one of our last mediums to look at. I think it is the last medium actually to look at. Plot 25 is a 16 million gil medium that has nothing going for it except for the creepy tunnel.
yeah,
the
that's
creepy gargoyle.
I think the tunnel's actually kind of cool, but at the same time, it's not enough to save this place from being completely bland.
Yeah, I mean, look at the stars. I always like the stars.
Oh. They actually have a guard posted outside the tunnel on this side. I don't even think there's a guard on the other side.
That's not a guard. That's one of the highwaymen who likes to act like a guard until he sees someone alone.
So actually, let's see how many bidders we have on this one.
This does have kind of a
2.
cool view right now, but when that large down there gets put in, the view is going to be cut in half.
There's 2 bidders on this one. So
again, it's a medium, which automatically puts it into the more desirable range for a lot of people.
Although for me, this is just a no.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's tucked up against the wall. Yeah, literally, you have the creepy tunnel that they have to put security outside of. Yeah, no. This one should be 26.
It is. This one I actually like for a small. It doesn't have as good of a view because you're going to have a small down to your left and a large right down in front of you, but it does have a decent view elsewise. It's not great, but it's better.
It's bottom barrel in terms of pricing.
Yeah,
It's 3
but
million.
It's got Kuros's little succulent field out behind it.
My kin I am amongst my kin.
The view is going, like, it's absolutely gonna be obstructed. There's a plot here off to your right, which would be, I got a direction. So that'd be to your south.
I think
from your actual plot, you won't have much of a view unless you're right at the edge here and looking out over the mountain there, which isn't a bad view. It's got the galaxy set up right over it. That's kind of pretty.
Zero
I like
bidders
that.
on that one.
Look straight up. This is an awesome skybox.
I
Wow.
know. Always kills me. Alright, so that was 26. Again, that's a 3 million gil plot, so lowest price tier. Again, this is just, there's nothing here, unfortunately. So we're gonna head down the stairs. And fuck a right.
Yeah,
And this should be 27.
It is, and it's going to have a similar problem where from this side of the yard, you've got a view of your neighbor and not much else because it's a large. From this side, you have a decent view, but it
literally looks off into the cliffside.
Yeah, it's not bad, but
I think that's the opposite of cliffside because that is just empty expanse of nothing.
It's got your canyon view.
It's got your range, your mountain range.
That I like.
So this
I don't like staring at my neighbor, but it's, it does also have the market board right here, which is.
But okay, so here's the perks of this plot, right? You are kind of jutting out of the we'll call this the southeast corner of the Goblet. You don't you do have the neighbors right here, but otherwise you're kind of on a little peninsula here.
Yeah.
This is
this is a promenade higher, right there.
This is a higher priced small. This is a 3,562,500 gil plot. So for pricing, this one is a little bit more expensive. It's not the exclusive pricing that you find in the Brimming Heart, but this is one of the higher priced smalls. I got market board, summoning bell.
Promenade good, decent view. Not the perfect view, but it's quite good.
And it gives you access to that long walkway that takes you out to Raubon's Salute. So we're again coming back around sort of like the south end of the Goblet here. So that's kind of the path you're on here if you get number 27.
The Goblet, like its name, is somewhat round.
Which leads us to plot 28. Plot 28 is 3,187,000 gil. There are currently no buyers on this.
It also will have a somewhat restricted view, but the view that you do get is going to be lovely.
Yep.
It also has access to the same market board and promenade.
Although
So
I can see why you're not going to pay as much for this one though, because you're tucked up against the wall, and your neighbors I think are going to obstruct more of your view.
Yep, that is the case. Yeah. Somewhat obstructed, but not terrible.
Completely. Yep, 21. So one thing that I will share with you all here is this was my first plot. My very first plot was Ward 4, plot 28. And I won it the way that you used to have to get houses, which was by right-clicking on the placard over and over and over and over again. I camped several plots that day because it was another one of those releases where they put a whole bunch of wards out at once, you know, probably a bunch of 4 or 5 of them. And of course all the best ones were taken by those that already had houses, that they could just go right to a placard, right-click, and they could migrate themselves to a new one. So I was new to housing, so I had to get in on the bottom floor. This was my first plot. Now because it was released during a time when a lot of plots were released all at once, I bought this one, and then I immediately started looking for a plot in the lavender beds that I wanted more. So I literally dropped my 3 million whatever on this plot, and then ran to the lavender beds, and then bought Ward 15 plot 48 in lavender beds the same day. Because I was able to take what I had camped hours for here, and then immediately
migrated.
Yeah, and then immediately migrated. Immediately moved. So there's your story. That was my origin story for housing. I camped at this plot, different ward. Yep.
Which these become
Look at me now.
drunk with power.
Drunk with power. And Ward 15 plot 48 is not my current house either. I've moved again. So now
down here's 29.
We're on to our last 2 houses of the district. So this is plot 29. So 29 and 30
sit
off to themselves. This is still a lower priced small. This is 3,187,000, but it's another one of those that if you want exclusivity, other than the fact that you're going to be sitting in the shadow of this large right here.
Yeah, there is no good view really from this location. Once the house is up, you've got really nothing.
What you really need is a water slide from the large into the small. That's what needs to go on here.
They're gonna do that.
You have your free company up here, and you have your FC leader's house, private house here.
This is what it feels like to be a non-Lalafell, because everyone knows that we're at the top of the food chain.
So for plot 29,
Lalafell up here.
At least you've got, you know, a view of the mountain range, right? And again, I agree with Vatica. The view of the range is everything, but and it is lower priced. It still doesn't have much going for it, in my opinion. For the price, I'd still take 21.
Small.
Yeah, it's too small. You're tucked up against all you're seeing pretty much is the side of the staircase here, some wall, and luckily you've got a little bit of a view. But that does take us to the large,
which has the view.
The view.
All the way around you can view.
So this is the final large of the district. It's also the final plot in the district. This is number 30. This is 47,500,000 gil. So this is
500,000.
500,000 gil. Yes. Excuse me. So this one has one current bidder on it. You got 47
See,
mil laying
I-
around, and it could be
I
yours.
don't like this though, where your house is literally half blocking your entryway.
Well,
so you
that's
can't have like a nice entryway.
that's just the footprint. So the actual house does not take up that much,
Okay.
but that's the
Okay,
footprint
good.
where you can't put anything else.
But see, if you can't put anything else right here, it kind of like we have that nice vine trellis at the FC house. Would that be blocked off here?
You've got enough space right in the front here, you might be able to put it there.
It also depends on the house because
Yeah.
like some houses, the house model itself, if the house model is recessed, you can put stuff way like in the yard in front of where it's recessed. So like for example, some of them have like a little bit of yard space, and then it'll have the entryway like a porch almost. And I remember some of the models that we use, like I have to move the mailbox because you can put the mailbox back and then change models, but the new model might have like the mailbox in the house itself. So you like if you pick up the mailbox, you can't put it back down. But if it's there already, it'll stay there.
So for
That's
larges,
like a weird.
this is a very pretty plot. It's not the one I would pick though.
It's got the view, which is the most important thing for me. But access to
Yeah.
Market Board and Summoning Bell, they're
the way
just
through.
up the hill
They're
there.
just
But
there.
it's
This plot is frickin' boring to me.
See,
It's just boring.
the issue
yeah,
I
there's
have,
nothing else around it.
the issue I have,
Exactly.
the issue I have with this plot and with plot 29 is that you know you've got your exclusivity, I guess, because you're popped out here in the middle of nowhere, but you don't have a lot of extra other space, kind of like what plot 21 had, which was other stuff around it that was still part of your plot technically. This one just doesn't have anything. You have your view, a nice view of the mountain range, which is really quite pretty. If you look up this way, you've got a pretty good distant view of the windmills. The problem is there's going to be, what, 2 houses, 3 houses that are going to be in the way of that view.
2 houses, but they're small, so they wouldn't block a huge amount of that view.
They wouldn't, but it'd still be in the way. I would actually prefer, if I was going to be buying a large in this district, it would actually be plot 13. I think that's my choice.
Is that the one way up top?
Yes, that's the one way up high. So yeah, so with that, we have finished plots 1 through 30, and so let me give you a quick rundown of what we've got going on here. So I'm going to pull up my map here. My choice picks for the Goblet. Number 1, anything in the Brimming Heart. Anything. Most of them are very high-priced smalls. Most of them are the highest tier priced smalls. They're all going to cost you 3,750,000 gil if you're getting a small in the Brimming Heart. So that would be numbers 14, 15, 16 I'm ignoring, 17, 18, and 20. So those are my choice smalls. Alright, so those are Brimming Hearts. 14, 15, 17, 18, 20. My choice small is 20. Purposefully because this one has the waterfall coming down on the left of the plot. You have a sort of walkout view of the Brimming Heart, so you're not like separated from a balcony or anything. I really like number 20. Number 17 is also very good. So those are my choice smalls. Runner up, or I guess like what I want to call like best value. Plot 21 has a lot going on. Plot 21 was only 3,187,500 gil, and it had everything going on. You had a whole bunch of area here that was just yours. Nobody else was around here. Market board was close, and you literally just had to walk off, like literally turn to the left, and you were in the Brimming Heart. So that would be my runner-up, or like my best value plot. For mediums, it's number 19. There's no other choice. I'm sorry, there's just nothing else going on. Number 19 for medium is absolutely, it is part of Brimming Heart. It is gorgeous. For larges, number 13. Number 13, it has a very high up look. You have the waterfall that you can view off to your right here, and you have a bird's eye view of the Brimming Heart. By far, the best large in the district. And that large, by the way, was not the most expensive large. Plot 13 was 42,500,000 gil. The very premium medium plot here, plot 19, was 20 million gil. So those are my choices. Now I will leave it open for Vatica. Your choice small.
My choice small?
Yeah, if you had to pick the goblet.
Would be this one right here.
Which one? I'm sorry, I don't
20,
have
27.
27? Okay.
Yeah, the one with the market board right in front of it, the promenade, and the view off of the back of your property there
okay.
is.
You like that mountain range.
Yeah, that is my go-to for purchasing. I'm okay with a little bit of a walk from the to the market board. I'm okay with not having huge amounts of, flora and fauna around the building, but I want my landscape view. That is, I will always gravitate toward that. And this one has the view, it has the market board, it has the promenade. The Brimming Heart is not far, and like it's pretty much right up here, and hop, skip, and a jump, really.
How about mediums?
Or right down, or mediums.
Any mediums catch you or no?
Honestly, the one in the Brimming Heart there was probably
the 19.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite. And
How
the
about
large,
larges?
The one up top with the view down over everything.
13, same one I like.
Yeah,
okay,
that one.
We are tied then, or at least for mediums and larges, we both are in agreement. 13 for the large and 19 for the medium. All right, Kuros. Prime small location. What's your prime small?
I'm trying to look because I don't remember freshly, but there's two near the Brimming Heart. I think it was 20 and 18 that are okay, but like looking at them, I actually think 17 would be my favorite because it's up the hill from the Brimming Heart,
yep,
but it's not directly
this one over
in
here.
the face of. Yeah, you are. Yep, you're there. Because it's like, okay, it's got the little side yard directly across the street so I could hide amongst my plant brethren. And it's literally just right here. And of all things, it's also got the fountain at the bottom. So, like, it's just, I have benches, I have fountain, and then I have the full-on pool. Like...
Plot 17 is gorgeous. This is Raken's plot. This is Raken's current plot. How about mediums? Would you take Brimming Heart 19?
Probably, because I don't really remember what mediums.
That's the medium just over the bridge there. It's that medium right there.
That medium.
Well, you went past it.
Oh,
over here.
Is this thing a medium?
This is the medium right here.
Totally.
Yep.
Side pavilion.
Yep.
Side pavilion with benches.
Yeah, this one has enough going for it that I would allow it to override my my need for a good view, which is actually just down over here anyway. So
I could also cheat and like get up on this little back section and just kind of hide here. So this is another. There's a little micro plant thing behind it that's kind of exclusive to it.
How about larges?
And the thing is, I don't know because I hate larges. I
Well,
do
okay,
not like the
if I
interior of
forced you to
larges.
pick one of the what if I forced you to pick one of the three larges in this district? Which one would you
Let's
take?
see. Let's
Would it
see.
be the one that is right up at the top of the brimming heart and looks down over it like a king
Is that
surveying his lands?
That's
is
plot
that
13.
13 by chance?
Yes, that is 13.
Because I'm just looking at the map, location wise 13, because I definitely do not like 30, which is a secluded one.
Yeah,
There's
no.
13. Where's the other large? Is it
It's
5?
nowhere. It's nowhere. It's terrible.
Okay,
Don't
literally-
worry,
It's
I'll
forgettable.
take your word for it. I'll take
If
your
you
word
don't
for
remember,
it, 'cause,
it's
like,
forgettable.
Yeah.
It's 5. It's the one that's up like against the mountain.
Okay.
It's
This
terrible.
is the wait. This is a medium, not a large. I'm looking
Right.
Yeah.
at it.
19 is the
Either way,
medium.
it's gonna be 13, which is like, sort of.
Yeah. Let's
Brimming
actually
Heart-
let's go back up to 13 and take a look at that one again, because I do want to close by, going to our choice plots and really taking a look at them again. But I think we're all in agreement that basically, if you're gonna get a place in the goblet, it's got to be Brimming Heart. That
Yeah,
is,
well,
I think, rule number 1.
Unless you're looking for specifically a view, which I am. But that as I said, the medium in the Brimming Heart has so much going for it that I would forego my landscape view because it's just that good of a plot.
And here is 13 again.
And this
So-
one is the one with the
yeah.
glorious view over the Brimming Heart and out into the
And
mountains.
the waterfall, the mountain.
My goodness, this plot is it's kind of perfect. Not
It's
gonna
gorgeous.
lie.
It is gorgeous. This is the large of the goblet. I don't know why the other one is so expensive in comparison. So again, this is plot 13. So this is one of the 3 larges that are in the goblet. This is one of the cheaper. Again, there's 3 larges. 2 of them are the same price, 42,500,000, and those are the lower priced ones. This is one of the lower priced ones. And then number 30, which is the one that was all the way out there, that last one we looked at was the most expensive one in the district at 47,500,000. I would
And it
take
had
this one any day.
nothing going for it. It had a view, but it wasn't near anything. It had the one thing I want, but not enough to make me spend money on a large.
Yeah, look at this. The waterfall, the view. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. So, for those of you watching, I hope you've enjoyed the little tour that we've given you of the Goblet. So this is one of the 5 residential districts. And again, I am going to be doing each district before the 20th, because I want to make sure that I can capture what these districts look like with no plots on them, which has not happened in a very long time. And so I was very excited to get on and to record. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I tried to make sure to give price points, advantages, and disadvantages for every single plot, 1 through 30. I hope I gave you a little bit of an education on how to bid on plots, the timeline that you have. I think it's important. It's something that I thought of the other day too. The Goblet has a lot in common with Imperium. And I'll say it this way. The Goblet is a lot of sandstone castle architecture, not a whole lot of green, and a whole lot of horizon, a whole lot of mountainous landscape. It's just that it's a desert mountainous landscape, and it's sandstone castle instead of the gray of Imperium.
So it's an interesting thought process here. And does the view you have in real life affect the view you want out of your housing in game? Because
For some, it might.
it occurred to me because I don't like the mist all that much. It's a seascape. I live near the coast. I have lived near the coast my entire life. I have to drive to get a good mountain view, like a good distance, at least 2 hours. and it's kind of, it might have affected my desire because now I want a house in
You want to see
game
mountains.
with that mountain view.
It could. I know for me, like, and again, I've recently had the sort of epiphany that Goblet and Imperium have a lot in common. I've always been drawn in video. Ooh, look at the mist setting in. Holy cow. I've always been drawn.
I did that.
In video games, I've always been drawn to winterscapes. Treacherous, snowy peaks. The bitter cold, and sort of like that element of, you know, cold survival, I guess. I don't know why. I hate
It
being cold.
reflects her soul.
It doesn't.
And really is just, you know, some sort of
Just a bitter
cold,
husk
evil. Yes.
of a
She is, in fact, a Wendigo.
cold ice wench. So, no, I don't know. I've always been drawn to that, winterscapes. And so, like, you know, while this does have a lot in common with Imperium in the fact that it's a lot of stone and a lot of mountain peaks, Imperium still means more to me. But I will say Imperium and Goblet have a lot in common with which ones actually have any good view. There aren't a lot in Imperium that I actually really like. But there's one or two, maybe. Okay, maybe like 3 or 4. Maybe about as many as I would pick out in the Brimming Heart here in the Goblet that I actually truly adore. But because it's Imperium, because it's cold, because it's ice, and because I helped build it, that makes it worth more to me. And that's why I will probably be putting in for my Imperium plot again. I haven't put in for it yet. And who knows, maybe walking each of these districts again will make me change my mind.
Is it still the one that's right below the house I want?
Yes, 26. 26. So, I haven't put in for it yet. If not for what the Imperium was, Lavender Beds would be my favorite. So Lavender Beds will be the last plot, or will be the last housing district that I walk through. I really hope you all enjoyed the Goblet. Again, my name is Angemaler. I am on the Belmung server for Final Fantasy XIV, which is in the Crystal Data Center. I've just given you a tour of Goblet, which is the residential district located in Ul'dah, which is in Thanalan. Our key plots, or our best pick plots, is pretty much anything in the Brimming Heart, but specifically 17 and 20 for our smalls. Also, runner-up, or best value for a small is the 21. And then for our medium, far and away, it's number 19. There's no other choice. And then for our large, far and away, our choice is plot 13, the one that we are standing at right now. So those are our plots of choice. Hope you liked it. Thank you, Kiros.